So I'm at the mall the other day, and there's this kid on a bench, and he's sitting there fucking around with an iPad. And I overhear him say to his mom, "Mom, can you put this back in your purse? I'm bored with it." Now, this is the part where I fly off the handle and talk shit about the kid being a little asshole and his parents being garbage, but I don't even know what to blame this mentality on. Normally, I'd say the kid was probably a spoiled little shit, but I was a spoiled little shit. But I remember my first cool electronic thing I had. It was an Intellivision video game system. I got it when I was about 5 or 6 years old for Christmas, and I remember not really even knowing what the fuck it was. It was like 1986, the system had been out for a little while, and Nintendo was barely out in the US, but I didn't know any kids with one. And I remember my parents couldn't fucking pull me off it, and they had to because they wanted to play it too. I thought Frogger and Ladybug were the greatest things of all time. I don't ever recall a time where I said, "I'm bored with this, take it away from me," and then wandered off. And I had shitloads of toys too. G.I. Joes, Legos. Despite what some of you might think based on my videos, I had a pretty fucking fantastic childhood. So how does this happen? Is it because kids have access to so much that they don't even know they're taking it for granted? I didn't even touch a computer until I was about 10 years old, and didn't get to experience the internet until I was about 14 or 15. Now kids aren't even old enough to read and they're dicking around on the internet. I think some of them comment on my videos. I grew up with technological advancements, but for the last 10 or 15 years, I would argue that there have been no real major technological advancements, only advancements in flashiness and convenience. An iPad is essentially just a little computer with a touchpad. Both of those technologies have been around for a long time now, and though it's very cool, a touchscreen is no more amazing than the first remote control for a TV was. It's just a more convenient way to control a pre-existing technology. Same with video games. There's a clearly noticeable difference between an Atari game and an Xbox 360 game. But stripped to its bare essentials, and ignoring motion control technology, which just turned out to be not all that awesome, it's still an interactive program that is played on a TV using a controller and has been for 30 years now. The jump between a PC and an iPad, or an Atari and an Xbox 360 isn't the same as a jump between fucking Lego and being able to actually interact with a character on a TV screen with a controller. I can only imagine my reaction to being allowed to use something like an iPad or other type of tablet PC in 1987, because despite what I just said a few seconds ago, touchscreens were only still pretty sci-fi or only available to major corporations then, plus I hadn't even seen a computer yet, so I think my head would have fucking exploded. Now some kid just picks it up, plays with it for 15 minutes and says, "Fuck this thing, I'm sick of it, get it out of my sight." So, who's to blame for this? I hate to say it, but I think the answer is nobody. You can't really blame society for wanting to make everything better and running out of ideas to make cool new things, so we're just remaking the same shit but shinier. Well, you could blame society, but only if you have some better ideas and a way to implement them. You can't blame the parents because what are they gonna do? Seal the kid in a bubble and slowly feed them technology starting from the late 70s so they're amazed with everything until they're like 16? You could give them the "when I was your age" talk, but kids don't give a shit. Every kid thinks that when their parents were their age, dinosaurs roamed the land. And you can't hit them because they made laws about that. And you can't blame the kid because they're young and stupid and don't know any better. You had to teach them how to shit in a bowl of water, for fuck's sakes. Even cats can figure out how to take a dump in their sand. So, next time you see a spoiled little shit taking technology for granted, just remember, there's nothing that can be done about it. Just shake your head and move on with your life.